Okay, hello guys. I developed a new baby here. It's called Trading Chart Patterns AI. So I'm gonna show you quickly how it works and how I test it and how money she show me based on 2 years time, based off history testing. Okay. So we're gonna first of all, once we're gonna have this AI installed into MP5, don't mind my balance because it's only live testing account. It's not a demo. I don't trade with MT5 so much. I mostly trade with CTrader. So what we have to do, just drag the AI inside the chart. Then what is gonna come next? We're gonna choose our settings. Now we're gonna start from the settings. Okay, we have lot fixed as a default. We always can change to balance from equity or lot from balance or lot from equity. Okay, then if we choose one of these, then our risk will be 1% from equity. Or if you choose another one, it's going to be 1% from balance. Of course, it's in order it says so. The second one will be balance. That one will be equity. So we just keep a lot fixed. Then if we want, you can change, of course, whatever sign you like. It's up to you, and you can define the lot size. I can put 10, and you can define how much percent you want to risk. If you, in case, choose this one, let's keep on balance for now. So rise and falling wedge default. So that is a strategy as a default, but there is more than one strategy in here. So if we want to use different strategy, we just click on it and we decide which strategy we want to use, or we can use all patterns combined together, and the AI is going to properly define which kind of strategy is happening in that kind of trend momentum. Okay. Then time frames. Okay. Will be flame is fine. Time frames. So now about time frames, it's really important to keep on true if you want the strategy that you want to choose or all combined strategies to define those patterns in all time frames. If in case you are a scalper, then you probably don't need this one, you don't need this one, you don't need this one, and this one. Just turn them all to false. If you want to scalp and swing and the AI to look for swings, also you just can keep this on true and this is on true. 4 hours is more for investment, daily for investment. Of course, you can put them on. Let's keep them on like for scalping, swinging, and investment. Okay, let's keep them all true. So the strategy gonna properly gonna look for certain patterns. Those patterns we're gonna choose in all the time frames that we have. Then that is a pattern enable. So that is all this has to be on true. If one of these are on false, so once you're gonna select here, is not gonna properly perform the work for you. So keeping all of true. Then magic number doesn't matter. Now input maximum position. This is how many positions we want to input inside the AI. How much trades we're gonna let the AI to do and where to detect the pattern. Every time you detect some pattern, you only be one trade as a default, but you always can go set this both on free. You can use on free. So in every single time frame, the AI gonna open the trades on the positions of number 3. So 3 positions gonna be open in those patterns, time frame patterns that you're gonna choose. So let's keep it 1 for now. Then stop loss. So by default is on regular. We can choose to butterfly pattern. So that is an advanced method for AI to work with, because it's gonna start to look for stop loss, not this one, but on a certain price on the butterfly pattern when the butterfly pattern actually happens. Okay, so it's a little advanced, but you always can choose if you want to test what is more suitable for you. but you can keep on regular stop loss and define your own pips here. Then we have trailing stop. We all know what trailing stop is all about. We enter the trade, the stop loss starts to trail by 2 steps, by 2 pips, up or down. But you always can select them whatever you want to be. If you keep on following, the trailing stop, of course, is not going to work. You have to put this to true, and then the trailing stop starts to trail. Then we have auto close. What is auto close? Auto close means is when whatever stop loss we defined, whatever stop loss we choose, right? The auto close is going to close on 10 pips on profit or 10 pips on loss. So we always can define how much we want the auto close to close. And of course, it has to be on true if we want to use it. If you see my description in MQL5 market, I put this to true on 10 pips and I use this strategy to test the A for 2 years consistently, and he proved it to be really reliable from $100 of account, and the history shows I arrived $70,000 euros. Sorry, euros. I use euros for trading. Euros in profit in 2 years with 36% of drawdown based on those 2 years. So you always can keep this on true if you like the AI to close the trades automatically. Then what we have here, then we have session filter. This is when we decide in which session we want to trade. We can keep on true. So all those sessions, London, New York, and Asian, are going to work 24/7. If we choose only London and introduce the false, the AI is going to work only on London session based from 6 to 1. Then when New York starts to come in, the AI is not going to open the trades because the session of New York, it's not selectable on true. So if you select on true, it's going to work in those both sessions. If you select on free, it's going to also add the Asian session, but it's not going to trade in Australian session because Australian session is actually pointless because there's nothing happening over there. So the most highest session is London, New York, and Asian session. So if you want to keep on true, make the AI work 24/7, or if you just want to keep on, I just keep on London like for 5-6 hours, let the AI work. Then we have look back bars. This is when the strategy happens, when the AI gonna start to look for 20 bars back from the last strategy that was performed, and it's gonna start to look after 20 bars based on the previous one when the strategy starts to happen again. You can always change this if you like, because you don't know when it's going to happen, but that is not important because you have neural network inside. So then we have dashboard. If you want to see the dashboard, set to true. You can select dash levels, X, I, if you want a little further, a little back, a little up, a little down. Okay, so now we're going to apply the AI, and this is how we're going to look. And what we have in the dashboard, we have the wedge pattern rising or falling strategy actually going to show up here now it's showing yellow because it doesn't find any rising or falling wedge. When it's going to find, it's going to be in red or green. That's when the AI knows where to enter. It was green. If it's green, that is for bulls. If it's red, it's for bears. So then we have a neural network here. So he's actually constantly looking for the traits based on the news, and the patterns can be combined together. And then when that pattern happens, that's when the trade happens. When the AI enters the trade, usually only on when it's no impact, low impact, medium impact, in high impact. I don't think it's going to enter because depends on volatility. But you see how the news shaking all the time because the neural network actually scanning to see if there is any entries possible based on the news that's going to come next. So It's how they determines the entries based on neural network searching and based on the news and the pattern that we choose properly to enter the trade. Then we have a symbol to trading, spread, which spread we have for this kind of pair, equity balance, that's already explained. Volatility levels depends how much volatility it's entering, how much percent of volatility it's possible to achieve now. And usually the volatility, sometimes when it's high, it comes to the high impact news. And sometimes can go medium news. It depends from the neural network definition, because the neural network scans all the time the charts 24/7 without stopping, and then where to enter accurately on the trade on that kind of pattern and so on. Then we have a stop loss. It says regular. The trailing is disabled. Auto close, it's enabled. On 10 pips, we determine if we change for 5 pips, it's going to say 5 pips. If session is London, we're only trading on London session, right? The time frames that we actually choose, it's all of them. So we can use it for scalp, swings, and investments. So the neural network gonna properly set the patterns where we can invest, or where we can swing, or where we can scalp. Then this is all network settings. That is absolutely neural to decide. Okay. So that is where all begins. Then maximum position is 1, so we're only gonna open 1 position because we just 1 position was default. So the actual strategy gonna open only 1 position per time frame. So if you find a strategy over here in 1 minute, that is gonna enter the trade. If you start 5 minutes, it's gonna enter the trade. If you have 15 minutes and on and so on and so on, you're gonna try. It's gonna enter the trades on those kind of time frames that we select from the settings. I explained before about 20 bars look back. That is showing us how much it is, and it says currently scanning. So it's currently scanning on 20 bars back based on neural and news pattern, and the pattern that we choose to enter the trade. Once it's completed to scan, it's going to open the trade. Okay, so ready to trade. So position is, for now we have no positions, we have no stop loss, we have no total trades, we have no drawdown levels, we have no win rate. So as well as you can see the drawdown level that is gonna saying us which kind of drawdown is possible to occur in next 50 minutes, hour for hour, daily, 1 minute, 5 minutes, and so on, based on time frames, and which kind of win rate we possibly can achieve based off that kind of entry. So that is when the AI keep you steady and keep you really balanced and focused on what is happening on that trade. So you always can close it. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I hope you enjoy my AI. And if you buy it, if you rent it, it's totally up to you. If you need any help, let me know. I can help you as much as I can. I don't have a proper settings because the settings are actually not needed for neural network AI to work, because it's all neural. It's all automatic scan and entries, okay? Based on those patterns when neural network defines that pattern and when it finds the news. Okay. See you guys and good luck.